Hi there, this is Floyd Pinto. I'm doing a project for CHS on Atlantic fishing regulations. Um, I wanted to talk today about an ID system I've been working on in order to automate shape creation when creating these schedules for the Atlantic fishing regulations. So essentially, we start out with a whole bunch of points, which are in a CSV file and has attribute data with it as well. And from these points, we want to end up with essentially all these shapes is the end goal. Um, and I was trying to do this through automation and with a small amount uh, of like physical, sequential, manual work one by one. Um, so I'm just going to show you some of the things and ideas I had. I wanted to, I guess, show one of the problems first. Item 15 is a good place to start. Okay, so we'll go to item 15 over here. So creating these shapes is a three-step process. First, you get your points. So the first step is points to lines. You want to clear line data. Then the second step is align to a shape. And the third step is modifying the shape, usually to click into the coast or subtract off the coast. So uh, here's a problem with item 15. If you use the points to line tool and you stick item 15 in here, after processing, this is what you'll end up with. Um, and this is what item 15, the shape should look like. So you can see already right off the bat the lines are being drawn incorrectly. Um, so, and the reason is that they're connecting to the wrong vertices. This is a mistake right here. This line, this green line, should be where this black line is right here. So the way I solved this issue was I created in the CSV file and also in the attribute of all the points, there's a column named vertices, and it essentially dictates the order of connection between vertices when creating the lines. So you would use that in the points to line tool. It has a section, it has a sort field. So under sort field, you would select vertices. And then, so if you were to process this right now, this is what the end product would be like. So that is what that shape would look like. And to show you the final product again, here's the item 15 shape, and you can see it matches perfectly. The next problem I wanted to demonstrate was if we go to item 7, which is right here, most shapes are closed shapes. The lines close off. Let me show you what happens if we make a closed line for item 15. And again, to make a closed line, just the points to line tool, and you just click close line before executing the tool. So if you were to execute that, this is what the end product would look like. And you can see it already looks incorrect, and it looks nothing like the final product shape. That's the shape. So essentially, the issue is some lines need to be closed and some lines need to be open. And to address that, um, I I created the ID system. Not only that, other problems as well. For example, so item 15 clips into the coast. Here's the coast of Canada. Whereas items like item number 7 are just in the middle of the ocean and they don't clip to any coasts. So again, reasons like this is why the ID system exists. Um, and using it, we can automate the process of creating these shapes. So I'll show you an example. So if I open up the attribute table, and I'm going to go to item 10. So here's my items, scroll down to 10. I'm going to check its point ID. So this shape has a point ID of CC. The first C stands for closed shape, and the second C stands for coast. Essentially, if you want to clip to a coast or not. So if the point is just in the middle of the ocean, or if it is attached to a landmass. So I just want to show you how I can use these tags to automate the process of the shape creation. So essentially, all the data gets put into a Python script. Here is the code for the script. The code starts right here. It's everything below here. Above is just some previous stuff I was running. So I'm just going to run this first. While it's running, I'll just talk about what it's doing. So as usual, it's a three-step process. But the first step is right here. Essentially, I'm searching all my points for the specific points which are tagged with CC, which is what this is right here. After I find that, a new layer is created from just those tagged points. So I'll show you what that'll look like. So these are the points that got selected out of, these are all the points right now, and these specifically are the points that got selected out of the entire data set. From there, the next part of the script Uh, so the next part is script basically converts from points to line, which I'll show you that next step. So this is a closed shape again because of the first C. And so it created the lines, and then the next step from the Python script is line to shape, which is it's called feature to polygon. And this is the output of that. So it created a polygon from said line. And then the final step is a modification of the shape to account for the coast, because we have that second C tag. And it essentially erases the coast from the polygon. So here is the coast. It's the coast of PEI. Just change the order of these. And essentially it cuts the shape of PEI out of the polygon, and this is the final end result of what we end up with, which is exactly the shape we want. So pretty much that entire process is completed with this Python script, and essentially you should be able to create all shapes with the script as long as you have sufficient ID tags in the ID system to identify all the various different scenarios and how they need to be dealt with differently. Sometimes instead of erase, you might use merge or clip depending on the case and the shape. Um, in the attribute data for all the points, which is right here, if we go to point ID, I've left point ID blank, um, except for that one CC case I just did just as a demo. The reason I left it blank is because there's quite a large amount of different scenarios which require different kinds of processing. Um, and I had not yet started making shapes yet, and you need to start making shapes to realize all the problems. Like, for example, the problem with item number 15. I wasn't able to fully develop the ID system yet, which is why it's been left blank for whoever does pick it up. They can create all the tags appropriately and move forward with that. I just wanted to show a demo of what you could do with it. And that's everything for me.